Hello, it's Saturday. You know what that means? It means it's time for some serious drinking. All hail the ale trail. That's a saying I've heard before. There's a nice doggy over there, he doesn't like me very much. He's going to be part of the video, why not? We are doing the Brampton Mile in Chesterfield today. This is the start point. We're meeting our tour guide Shaun, who does these tours all the time. The Star, 18 pubs down this mile apparently. I think we're game. Are you game?
Yeah.
18 pubs, bring it on, the Brampton Mile. So, pub number one, the Star. So, this is from 1860, and this is beautiful. It's got a little bit of a modern feel to it. You can watch the football in here, but it's got a very nice feel to it. There is a lovely beer garden. I was going to want all these people, you're going to get in the video anyway, so all these people are going to get in the video. This is Trevor, he follows the page. Hello. Hey, buddy. Oh, yeah. Right, we're just having a little wander around. So, this is the first pub. And this was called a rite of passage for young men in Chesterfield a long time ago, where they would come along and do this Brampton Mile to prove that they were real men and real drinkers. About real men and real drinkers and things like that. So this was the official rite of passage with regards to Chesterfield's young men to get them going. So we are joined today and we are going to tag along on Shaun's. I'm going to sit down with Shaun. Hi, buddy. Right, this is Shaun.
Yeah.
So this in the corner up here, this is what we're doing. Tell us a little bit about your tour. How long have you been doing it?
We've been doing this one. We only started this year.
Yep.
We were invested to get it done. I do a Chesterfield Great Historic Pub Tour in Chesterfield Town Centre. And people came along on that, really enjoyed it, and said, why don't you do one on the Brampton Mile? Nice. And I'm like, well, it's really long, that's why.
Nice. Can you see how excited I am for this? I literally, this is my dream. We're going out with Shaun. We're going to get little bits of the day in of Shaun. We're going to find all the history of everything. And we're going to 18 pubs in 1 mile. Yep. Get in. Well, actually, we've just walked an absolute age. We've walked all of, I think we've walked about 40 yards from the Star, if that, probably less than that, to the Peacock. And I am armed with a little bit of knowledge from the Star and everything else. I'm going to get some more knowledge here for the Peacock. But this is stop number 2 on the Brampton Mile then, the Peacock. Look at our group. Everybody say hello to YouTube. Hey! It's going to be a fun day, I can feel it. So this was nice, a nice second stop. So late 1700s, at a rough guess, is what we're going with. It's what Shaun's going with, and he knows better than I do. But this is a nice. It's not your usual craft union. Craft union pubs, and they normally like right smack bang in the town centre and feel like a youth haven. But this feels quite nice. It's a nice sort of old village pub with a town feel. But look at this. So, now look, I said that it's not often I take you into the gents' toilets, but today we're going into the gents' toilets. Because it's not the gents' toilets, it is actually a little entrance to their nice big beer garden as well. And it is a nice big beer garden. So 2 separate bars, nice vibe. There's even a TV out here for the sport. And Brennan Johnson, good old Brennan Johnson, has just scored his first Tottenham goal. It's like he's breaking my heart all over again. So, stop number 3 on our journey. I said Shaun is a fantastic tour guide. He is full of, let's say, useful information. He is full of useful information. So, I know all about the Victoria now. So, built in 1864, this was once run by a landlord called Dennis Lilly. Dennis Lilly went on holiday, left his mate in charge. Silly thing to do. They ended up losing his licence for him for late night gambling and drinking. He got back, he was so upset, he hung himself in the pub. No word of a lie, Dennis Lilly, former landlord, hung himself in the pub. So there's got to be a ghost story in there somewhere, hasn't there? Also, a little bit for the darts fans. Eric Bristow and John Lowe, I remember them. My dad used to watch the darts. I remember them. They once were found having a game of darts, a practice game of darts, in the pub. Who knew? Loving this tour so far. Loving this tour. This is pretty beautiful. I'm going to spin you around and show you the red velvet lounge. Look at those stained glass windows as well. Like, we love those. I'm just going to have a wander through. So the lounge bar, and on the other side, plenty of old pictures. They're really nice. Thank you. And into the tap room side. Oh, green leather seats. Look at this. This must be the famous the dartboard. John Lowe and Eric Bristow, maybe. But just look at this. What a beautiful old pub. So Britannia is stop number 4. Again, we haven't walked more than 50, 60 yards up the road to get here, so there are a hell of a lot of pubs and things on this little bit. It's fantastic. So 1831, the Britannia is from. It's changed hands a number of times over the years. It's nearly gone to rack and ruin. It also owns a bowling green. Well, it doesn't own the bowling. It owned a bowling green.
It's leased. The bowling green is leased.
The bowling green that was part of the pub originally is now leased to the bowls club, the local bowls club, and it looks very, very nice now. So it often wins the Britain in Bloom Chesterfield area for its flower display and everything else. I'm thirsty. I'm going for a beer. So stop number 5, and this is courtesy of Trevor again. He's lurking around there behind me. So I said that you can pick the drink for me. So the last pub he picked me a black sheep, and you know what? It was pretty good. So I've let him pick again, and we've gone for a Stones. A handful Stones, which they don't have on handful very often. A handful Stones. Yeah, I'm going with you so far. I'm liking it so far. So this one's got some sport, got a lot of little alcove rooms, things like that, and the most important thing in the world, a sausage dog. The most popular thing in the pub, always the dog.
1878. It was bought at that time by the John Richdale Brewery of Sheffield for £1,200. Obviously they had a great deal of success, because what they did was they built the place that you see now behind the original pub of 1940.
See, I don't know how he remembers all that stuff, because it's quite impressive to know all that. I mean, I can't remember what day it is half the time, but I mean, I do drink a lot. So yeah, so the next stop number 5. I think I said the last one was 5. This is how bad at counting I am. This is number 5. So the Rose and Crown, it is literally just over the road from the Britannia. So we've stumbled a long, long way again, as you can see. And this one has got another landlord death. So what year was this?
55.
1955, and the landlord executed himself, if you want to say it like that, by putting his head in the oven and turning the gas on. Holly, take note. Never put your head in the oven at home. I mean, she doesn't go near the oven at home, so there's no chance of that. She probably doesn't even know where the oven is. Holly, where's the oven? Yeah, see? Snuck into the snug, which is this tiny, look at this, is tiny little room. So this used to be, and this is where he put his head in the oven. You know, everybody likes a bit of macabre. Don't judge me for this. Everybody likes it. I'll take you on a real tour of the pub in a minute. So just come for a little tour of this. Like, look. So, this is gorgeous. What a lovely pub again. So many different spaces, little alcoves, smart rooms. It's just another really nice pub. They are spoiled here. So the little story behind that is that's Shaun's whistle to tell us it's time to drink up and move on. I am totally getting a whistle for when just me and Holly go out, because the amount of time it takes her to drink a drink normally, I can just whistle at her. Yeah, that won't get me a slap, will it? So stop number 6 brings us to Real Ale Corner. Now this is apparently the UK's second oldest micropub. Established in 2009. Apparently, according to Shaun, that the oldest micropub, which was established in 2005, is somewhere in Norfolk. So if you've got any info on that, and you can tell us the name of it or where it is, hit a comment down below, because we are definitely going to go and try and confirm that and find it. And with this being a real ale pub, I'm going to trust someone to pick me a drink again, and Holly's going to complain because they don't have any spirits. Ah, happy days! I love it in here, mainly because Bolt City! How very refreshing. I'm looking forward to this. Have a lovely little micropub. Fantastic selection. I'm very much looking forward to trying this. So I've got my, I think you say froze. So it's not quite a sour, but it's pretty sour. But it's beautiful. This. Just full selection. What a great little micropub. Woo! So I really enjoyed that sour. That was absolutely beautiful. Right, stop number 7 brings us along the road towards the Chesterfield Town Centre to the Tap House. I've already forgotten the year that Shaun told me. 1841, I think he said. He's probably going to literally comment on this and tell me that I'm well wrong. I literally just asked before I started recording. 1840 something, I think. Looks a beautiful old pub again. Real ales, fine wines and ciders. We're having a great day. It's just that it's a really good tour. Shaun's knowledgeable, engaging, friendly, and this is a really fun thing to do. And at £7, £7 is all he charges for this. You should definitely consider coming and doing this. This is another super pub, and there is the cutest little doggy down here as well. Oh, I love dogs. I can't. It's always dogs. But this is a super little pub. There's a big real ale selection on in here as well. Excuse me, Shaun. Thank you, buddy. A really good real ale selection on in here. Like there's been, including Quack Addicts, which I think Quack Addicts is a spiffing name. for a beer. So well done, Dancing Duck Brewery. You've excelled yourselves again. So we've reached the part of the town which is kind of the central point of the Brampton Mile tour. Hence, a pub just there called Point. You know, it didn't used to be called the Midpoint. It's had many other names, including the Red Lion over the years. You know, if you watch our videos, we've been to a fair few Red Lions, and there's a reason for that. And it's James I. James I. I'm going to let Shaun tell the story. James I.
Yes, he instructed every public building to have the heraldic red lion of Scotland hung outside of the building. This is 1604. This was to show allegiance to the Scottish crown. They just reunited the English and Scottish crown, and so there were lots of signs.
And essentially, people were too lazy to get a new sign made, so they just called it the Red Lion. You know, I mean, I would probably be the same. So this is called the Brampton Triangle. These three pubs. So there's the Midpoint, just where I've said to you. These are the Red Lion. There's the Anchor behind me, which is where we're going to go, and then there is the Barrel Inn just over there. Brampton Triangle, because husbands apparently used to disappear in this area rather a lot. I mean, I can see that. I like it. So this is where we're at. We're about to go into the Barrel, and I'm going to try and get a video to sandwich in with this now. You'll see in a minute what it is, of this road that we're currently stood on, because 2 weeks ago this place was absolutely flooded, underwater totally. So I'm going to try and get that video now off the off Derbyshire Times to stick in and sandwich in, and you'll see exactly what I mean by this road. But just look down this road. So this is the river. So this was what, 14 feet?
About 14 feet higher.
14 feet higher than it is currently. Just a few weeks ago, and the poor old Anchor suffered massively. So. I mean, look at that. That, for anyone that wanted to know, that was a Travis Perkins lorry doing that knocked that car into the side of the pub. So if you want to tweet Travis Perkins and tell them your thoughts on their complete dickhead of a driver, then yeah, feel free. I'm sure they've heard it already, but what a knob. Driving through that mental. But look at to be open as quickly as they are in here, with the way the flooding and stuff. Come to Chesterfield and do this Brampton Mile. Please come and support these pubs that have literally suffered because of the flooding. It would be much appreciated. So straight across the road, I said the Midway is closed, which is a shame. So we can't do the trifecta of the triangle. But this 1832, the Barrel Inn, again affected by the flooding and stuff like that. All the pubs down now this end were all affected by that flooding. So it's nice that they're open, and fair play to them. Have you ever seen a jolly fat man come out of a chimney? I'm not about to get up there, and I'm not that jolly, so we can forget that straight away. Have a lovely boozer again as well. Like this. It's nice, but look at that old stained glass window. You can't see that from the outside, which is another top class boozer with some wonderful features. This Brampton Mile is superb, it really is. We've reached the Tramway Tavern, and it was a big story behind it, and I said, I'm not sure, and I can't retain information, but God knows anything. A little beauty from outside. Obviously, to the tram line and stuff that are behind. It looks again, it looks a beautiful old pub. You can tell I've had a few beers now as well, can't you? But again, this is a beautiful looking boozer. We've just been at the Chippy, so that would probably sort us out. I think this is pub number. Hold on, so we've done, I don't know, 9, 10. Your counting is probably a lot better than mine at this time, so it's 9 or 10. But this is a hell of a tour. I'm well happy. So another beautiful dog-friendly bar. This is another really well-presented, lovely pub. And the thing is, they've not got a couple of real ales. They have no less than 8 hand-pump beers on at any time. 8 hand-pump beers on, which is exactly a destination sort of real ale pub. I've got a Titanic Brewery steerage, because you know every time we've seen Titanic Brewery, we've absolutely loved them. And this is beautiful. Another great pub. I don't know what number we're on. What are we on? 9, 10? Even Shaun doesn't know. And he's not even drinking. Even Shaun doesn't know. What are we on, Shaun? 10! We're on 10! It's the number 10. So, that brings us to stop number 11, which we get to Brampton Brewery, which is right here. This has got a big site of a former swimming bar. And the brewery bought the land, about 2 million quid, apparently. I mean, I can think of better things to spend 2 million quid on. But you're not allowed to display prostitutes on YouTube. Forget I said that, because the wife might watch this video. But no, so, 2009, the brewery bought this, Brampton Brewery, 2 million quid. And it now has been open, it's now got a brewery tap, so I'm about to go in and try the brewery tap. But what a stunning, former swimming bars, what a stunning piece of land they've got here. And what a good looking place. Let's go and see where we go. We're in the Brampton Bierhaus. This is I love it. And the guys from Chesterfield's camera. This is Steve. He runs Chesterfield camera, but he's also a runner. Look at him. Mo Farah in the flesh. Right here and now. But on the Brampton Mile used to be called the Terminus. This information came from Shaun. This is 100% true information. The very first pub in the Brampton Mile used to be called the Terminus, and in here they do up here. The old pub sign, first pub that was on the Brampton Mile. Now that is something pretty damn special. Good place again. So we've reached a pub that would be called the Mile. It's called the Mile, but this apparently the new owners took over and they completed this. They completed the works here to open 2 weeks before the flooding. So that's a real tragedy. So you can see the sandbag stuff still piled up outside. So they're not open tonight. We can't get in. But yeah, what a shame for them. I hope they get open soon and it succeeds. So a wonderful bit of history from Shaun about this place. So this is now called the Brampton Social Club. This is our next stop on the tour. The Brampton Social Club used to be the Alma Inn. But this is actually owned by the VK guy, the guy that created VKs. The Alco Pop, the wonderful Alco Pop VK. The guy that created them owns this, and they rebranded it the Brampton Social Club last year, only last year. Holly was listening, see? She was listening. It also used to come many years ago with the property next door and apparently property there, which is just derelict now, which is a real shame, because you could definitely do something really nice. You could just extend the pub and make the pub absolutely huge with these. But yeah, the VK guy owns this, and apparently he drinks in here sometimes. I bet he doesn't have a VK though. We're in the Brampton Social Club. It is packed. When I say packed, I mean it is packed. It's really good, really fun vibe. Really like we found the party. I think at the end of the Brampton Mile towards Chesterfield Town. Now we have found the party, and I'm loving it. So this one's mega interesting. So G.A.S, Bar and Bites is where we are. So we're two from the ends. We've got one. The Spotted Frog over the road is closed down for the moment, so we can't do that one. But G.A.S, Bar and Bites. So this has been many things over the years. This was a Methodist church for a while. And then it changed to a Methodist church to a picture house. But it was the cheapskate's picture house. And if you brought your girlfriend here, you were considered to be a bit of a cheapskate. So then it changed to a car showroom where they put the best that Britain had to offer, the Reliant Robin. You remember the Reliant Robin, eh? The three-wheeler Reliant Robin. You know, you've all seen Only Fools and Horses. So the Reliant Robin showroom was just here. It only closed down apparently in the 90s, but since then, a few years ago, G.A.S, Bar and Bites have come along, rejuvenated the place. Apparently there were great beer selections, some great platters, so we're going to go in. G.A.S, Bar and Bites. So it's a bit louder there, so I can't film for very long, but they do these board platters and things like that you can see on the board. It's just a modern, rustic feeling kind of place, but yeah, top notch. It feels it's really warm, really welcoming, really nice gift. This is the final pour of the Brampton Mile, so I'm going to end the Brampton Mile video here. We're going to carry on and do a few more in Chesterfield, which will make a second video, which I'll stick out Monday, because no one wants this video to be any longer, I'm sure. So the final one of the Brampton Mile is the Junction. Shaun has been an absolutely phenomenal tour guide. Thank you, buddy. No, honestly, in all honesty, this tour is £7.
Yeah,
£7 is what he charges this tour, and it's been phenomenal. We've learned so much. We've had a lot of information. It's been fantastic. We're going to carry on because it's still really early in the grand scheme of drinking, isn't it? The door lads are just looking at me like, why is this twat still talking? But yeah, you know, it's been a wonderful tour. It's been, thank you so much for having us. We're going to go in, we'll do the final bit of the Junction. I'll do a little wrap up afterwards. But yeah, it's been a wicked tour. We've learned so much. We've loved it. 14 pubs out of the 18 is not bad. It's not a bad innings. It's not a bad innings considering the flooding and everything that went on around here. Chesterfield's wicked, man. Seriously, come and see Chesterfield, because it should be a destination town rather than just like something in Derbyshire. Come and see, it's good. It's good, man. And this Brampton Mile, top notch. And we're really, really close to town now. And apparently there's a lot of pubs that do karaoke that way. See you on Monday's video. So we close out the internal bit of the video. It's a looking gaff, it's busy, it's a great way to finish the mile, well happy. Thank you for watching, hit subscribe, watch the videos. We're going to do a second video now later in Chesterfield. We've had a great day, Brampton Mile banging, Shaun's a great tour guide, let's do it.